A couple of weeks ago, I was driving down the street. We all know that you're supposed to stay, the left lane is for passing. You're supposed to get in the left lane and you pass the person and then you get back over into the right lane. And we all know that, right? Yep. Tell me you guys know this.
I always go right slow, left's fast.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about the middle one though.
Right, yeah, the middle is it's kind of hit or miss. Lanes? Yeah, in a 2-lane highway, you're supposed to be.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it in the left lane.
75. I don't know what the middle one's for.
Yeah, you just do.
In West Virginia, they enforce that law.
Good.
Yeah, they should.
They should. Yeah, if you're just chilling, you're just chilling in the left lane, and okay, so I'm driving, and there's the guy in the right lane who's going 64, and then you got the guy in the left lane who's going 64 and a half, and sometimes maybe 63, and they're doing this thing, and the speed limit's 70. I'm behind them. I'm sitting there trying to go. I am not an angry person. I am not a rage-filled person. But in those moments, I was come on! It was really starting to light me up. And it wasn't just necessarily because I need to go 80. It's not just because I need to go a lot faster. But the problem is that there was a whole line of people behind me too. Everybody's trying to do something. Everyone's trying to get somewhere. They're trying to get to work. They're trying to get to their kids to pick them up from school or to drop them off at a practice or to do something. And everybody's trying to do something. Society is trying to move forward. And these derpers in the left lane are just sitting there having no idea about what's going on around them. And the guy in the right lane isn't really paying attention to that, but he's doing right lane stuff. But the guy in the left lane, it's come on, bro, you gotta wanna be here, I'm trying to break the law for real over here in the left lane. This lane is for crime, and it's not like I said, it's not I need to go super fast, but there's everybody behind me. I can be present and I can chill for a little bit, but everybody is trying to do something, and this one person is not paying attention because he's just in his own little world. And that really started to frustrate me. And what I noticed was that, man, I'm kind of the derper in the left lane in a lot of ways. You guys ever feel you have these gifts? You guys ever feel you have something that you could offer the world, some sort of God-given gift, some sort of offering that could benefit society, that could benefit other people, and you're maybe not living up to that, full potential, maybe not helping all the people that you probably could? You guys ever feel that way?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. So we're going to start to fix that. We're going to start to fix that today because we're going to stop the left lane derping and actually use the throttle, use the accelerator pedal to actually get going. And that way, everybody who's coming after us can also benefit. So that's what the Men's Awakening Project is about. Sorry about my little rant on the left lane thing. I get a little sensitive about it. But I thought it was a cool metaphor. Anyway, so what we're going to be going over today is a model of change. So when you're trying to achieve a goal, when you're trying to achieve something, when you're trying to, this could be applied to anything. I made the description around this group. It's kind of vague and it's kind of open because this model applies to everything. So whether you're trying to improve a current relationship that you might have with a friend or with with a partner, a romantic partner, whether you're trying to call in a new romantic partner, whether you're trying to make more money, whether you're trying to upgrade a business, start a new career, whether you're just trying to connect more with your family, there's a goal, there's a thing that you're here and you're wanting to move there. And so there's a model of change that has to occur. There's 4 requisites that all have to be present in order for a lasting change to occur. And so that's what we're going to go over today. My teacher, Dr. Matt James, who I trained and certified under, drilled this into our heads, because without all 4 of these things, lasting change is definitely not guaranteed. And so some of them you've probably heard a lot of times, and individually, it doesn't necessarily just stand on its own. Sometimes you definitely need all 4. So we're going to go into what those 4 requisites are. Sound good?
Yep.
How many requisites are there to make lasting change in life?
4.
4. Not 3, not 2, but 4. So number 1, is to release baggage. So what does releasing baggage look like to you guys?
Shame, guilt.
Those were the first 2 words in my head.
Shame, guilt. All right.
And the things that bring me that I can't let go of or haven't let go of, or I say can't, that's not the word, but haven't. And so I'm still doing these things consciously or unconsciously, and whether I know or not, and the more conscious I become of the things, the bigger the shame and guilt gets, because I know what I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it sounds like you're doing a thing that is creating some sort of shame or guilt, and then you know that you shouldn't be feeling shame or guilt about it, so then you feel shame or guilt about feeling the shame and guilt, and then it makes you feel guilty, which perpetuates the doing of things that make you feel guilty. Is that, sorry, I might have missed it.
The stuff that we do, that brings
Yeah.
us shame and guilt.
Gotcha.
Still. To
Still.
this day.
So you're still doing things that bring you shame and guilt.
Well, if you get under a really big microscope, then yeah. But I mean, the main things, like, those are gone out of my life.
Mhm.
And then they shift. And in a way, the shame and guilt has somehow come to where it's like, it's more a guilt for not doing what we're saying. So it's not so much of what I'm doing, it's what I'm not doing. I'm like, fuck, I'm feeling this heaviness because I'm not doing this thing that's right here.
Yeah,
So it's like releasing that.
right. Gotcha.
All the stuff.
That's beautiful. That's beautifully stated. So we got shame and guilt. So we could probably chalk that up to negative emotions. Say negative emotions. Say negative emotions. All right. Wake up, guys. Quit derping in the left lane. All right, so negative emotions like shame, guilt, anger, sadness, fear, hurt. All of these emotions are energy that's stored in our body. And so when we experience an event in our lives, we can place a label. When we experience an event, we can have an emotional attachment to that event. And so when we experience something that is like that, that negative emotion of that same energetic quality can then come up. And then when we have enough of those, we could be avoidant of doing things that are going to bring us the negative emotions. So if we're going to do something that we could feel embarrassment about, well then, if you can predict the future and you can say, oh, I'm going to be embarrassed if I do that, and you're like certain of that, then you're going to be avoidant of actually doing the things that's going to create the change that you actually need to create. So then holding on to negative emotions, anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, anxiety, that is all examples of releasing baggage. Do you guys have any other examples of baggage that you would want to release as well?
There's past events that you can't seem to forgive yourself for.
Forgiveness. Forgiveness is another one. Thank you, Jeff. So releasing like past events that you can't forgive yourself for. So forgiving yourself and others.
Yeah, others.
Yeah.
For me, it's identifying patterns, programs, like beliefs. You know, because the media programs us, our parents program us, all these broken people program us when we're younger. So to release baggage to me is, okay, that's, the I'm not enough is a belief. That's not the truth.
Right.
And like going through the process of, I've just kind of been going layer after layer of, oh wow, that's not true, and breaking free from some of these programs.
That's perfect, Sean. Yeah, beliefs, belief systems, disempowering beliefs. Some of us would call them like limiting beliefs or limiting decisions.
And that ties into the unconscious thing that I was saying of the unconscious things that we do that bring us shame and guilt. That's what, I mean, think about all the things that we were introduced to from the world that we later on, way down the line, realize like, this is not good for me. It's bringing like, so those things that in a way we unprogram from realizing like, oh, I thought this was good, and like waking up to like, this is fucking me up.
Yeah.
So it's all very much in the same.
Yeah, when you take on a limiting belief of something like I'm not enough or I'm not good enough.
I'm not smart or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good looking enough. Girls don't like guys who are whatever, or all men are the same.
My muscles
You know.
are too big, you know.
My dick's just too big, guys. I don't know what to do about this. You know. Yeah. So when you take on a limiting belief, there's a decision that happens before that to actually take on that belief. And so we would actually do the release work around that decision. So in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, we call those limiting decisions. And so those belief systems that are holding you back from achieving certain goals, like things like I'm not smart enough or I'm not articulate enough, that is something to question. So if you are curious about whether or not you have a limiting belief, ask yourself what it is that you really want and why don't you have it yet. So if you ask yourself why don't you have it yet, that would typically give you a pretty good example of a limiting belief. So these things are, you could experience an event when you're a child that, let's say you're just being very expressive about how you're feeling in the moment, and you're, shamed for it, or you were punished for it. There's something that hurts as a result. So now you can make the decision that, oh, when I'm expressive, some sort of bad thing's going to happen. That means that I'm going to experience some sort of pain. I'm going to experience some sort of loss, and that belief is going to prevent you from being expressive. But being expressive and being open and being willing to share with others is a thing that could actually be leading you towards your abundance and actually leading you towards your goal. But you can't do it because you have this belief.
I hate to keep sharing. I will try to stop. But so
Don't. That's what we're here for, bro.
So the developer from this bath and racket next door here came in and like a month ago and was talking about having me move into their thing. I did drugs for basically my whole life, and 4 years ago, not even, I found this stuff and it brought me back to life, and that's why I'm doing this. So like, I've never had a job. I don't know about business. I bought this place a year ago. I know how to do the work, but I don't know, like, and I've got it. I did a year, so we're good. But like, that is a whole nother thing. And in my mind, he's like, I'll match your rent. I'll do, the things around it are like no brainer. It's like, it's a walk-in, like perfect situation. But my mind, money is one thing that's I've never really fully been independent in my life or had financial success. So when he said that, all that I could feel is this thing is like my mind going into, how are you going to get the money? You don't have the money. You don't have.
Bro, you're not enough for this.
But like, or that, or worthy, whatever. But I know I feel that's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna happen, And so I'm somewhere in between, like, knowing that this is bullshit and that there is a way, and then finding that way, because I don't know it yet.
That's whenever a limiting belief becomes a decision of destiny, where you have ingrained it so deep, it's your future path. And that's another term from NLP, that
Mhm.
process that we do. I mean, it's beyond limiting beliefs. It's become
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I can
So-
feel that is
Awareness is the
been
first
so
step.
ingrained, right?
Yeah.
And it's like there, but yet I have this new part of me that's broken away from that, and I'm somewhere in between. But it is wild.
On the money thing, do you want to hear something that's going to blow your fucking mind?
Yes.
Say values alignment.
Values alignment.
Values alignment.
So this is another form of baggage that's incredibly subtle. Your values are your deepest level programming. Your values are what determine how you spend your time and how you evaluate your time spent. So when let's say you don't have a value for prosperity or wealth or abundance or money, it's not anywhere close to your top values. Do you think that your actions and your behaviors are going to align you in a way that is going to bring you a lot of money?
No, probably not.
Look at Chris right now, having his mind blown.
It's
I
like
mean, I literally
people
feel
winning
like-
the lottery and then they're broke the next year. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't have an idea of what their value is or what the value of that money is. They blow it. It's done. It's gone.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same thing with drugs. It's the same thing with alcohol. It's the same thing with any vice we have.
yeah. Yeah, it's that was a thing that I found hilarious. So some of the coaching that I do, it's an 8-hour session. It's called a breakthrough session where we determine what all the baggage is, and then we go through the other 4 things that we're going to talk about here. But we determine what all the baggage is that's holding someone back from what it is they're trying to do or achieve. And we do all the release work. And part of that is eliciting what your values are before and after the release work. And what's hilarious to me that I often find is that, someone's wanting to like really work on their career, how they're making money, and we determine what their values are. They're like, oh yeah, like relaxation and freedom and love and like all these things are awesome. Like
Keep going.
freedom's sick, yeah. Love and God, what else? There's like
Acceptance, like the way life unfolds, is like divine orchestration and just trusting, like acceptance instead of resisting what's going on.
right. Yeah, friendship, family. So it's like, well, these are all great top values. They're great for a certain area of your life, but when it comes to your career, like when you prioritize friendship and freedom and love and things that don't have anything really to do with prosperity or abundance, unless your unconscious mind has a connection there, then it's going to be really, really difficult. That person who doesn't have money, abundance, prosperity, wealth, nothing like that in their like probably top 7 values, they usually don't really make a lot of money.
So how would I
Like-
value? How would I turn? How would I turn that around? How would I practice valuing money?
How would you?
Reinstilling prosperity as a value of money
Yeah.
or abundance or whatever word you want to say.
Yeah. So with the release work of the negative emotions, limiting beliefs, and like any forgiveness work, when you do that on a deep unconscious level, after we go through all of the release work, what tends to happen is people's values naturally, yeah, people's values actually naturally shift around. The way that they word them tends to be different. So it's like it's usually worded in a more like positive way. Also, the values that they have, what percentage of your values are moved towards versus move away from. So what is it, like why is it that you want money? Oh, it's because I don't want to be poor. I don't want to like live on the street. I don't want people to think that I'm like a brokey or like I don't want to be homeless. Those are all move away from motivations. We want to get your motivations that are move towards. So why do you want money? Not why are you trying to avoid not having money? What is it that you want money for? Oh, I want money so I can provide better for my family. I want money so I can see the world. I want money so I can share with others. Like those types of things are move towards versus move away from. So those are things you have to start to clear up, and those motivations that's something that naturally happens when you actually go through the release work of the baggage. There's also techniques that I could work with you on, Chris.
Sure.
We could talk about that. We can chat about that after. But you can actually just naturally shift a value on an unconscious level using neurolinguistic programming.
Cool.
It's pretty sick. So let's see, we got negative emotions, forgiveness work, beliefs, values, alignment. Any other ideas about releasing baggage? Like what other examples of releasing baggage could mean? I don't have any more, so I'm just asking if anybody else has anything that I didn't really think of. Those were the 4 main ones that I wanted to cover.
Yeah, I mean the word trauma, but all of those 4 kind of get into trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking PTSD as a Marine, but I mean, it all fits right there.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an example of a negative emotion, like a really intense negative emotion. So,
I
okay.
just want one thing that Sean said about the trusting. So I feel like, I don't know, Ron, that's each our own thing, if anything greater or our connection with whatever beliefs in that. But I feel like you can have a trusting and a connection in that greater way that shows you time and time again to trust.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere you kind of, it lets you let go of, it almost helps you let go of some of those limiting, like, oh, I don't know, and it's just, again, it shows you, it's like, I got you, or whatever, here's the door open again. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it reworks that whole work in your head.
No, it doesn't. That's actually, you're actually, we'll get to that. You're actually describing another requisite.
Okay.
So that's pretty sick. I like where your brain's at. I like what your brain's doing, Chris.
I have one more, maybe. Victim consciousness. You mentioned PP. Yes.
PTSD,
Yeah. Victim consciousness.
victim consciousness. That would probably fall under the belief system.
Or forgiveness, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably classify that under like a belief system. It's like, oh, those other people are doing it to me. So we want to be at cause for everything in our life. You have to be 100% at cause if you're wanting to create the change. That's what all of this is about, is helping you guys get to cause. And when you're actually at cause, you have an effect, right? So number 2 is set positive goals. For the future. So, is anybody surprised by that? Like,
No.
not really? Yeah. So when I say positive goals, these are like the move towards. You want your goals to be in the move towards motivation, like we just kind of discussed, rather than like move away from. So we would be wanting to set positive goals. There's a lot of different methods when it comes to like setting goals. I'm like a really big fan of SMART goaling, which is, it's too much to get into right now, but it's like, it's specific and simple, meaningful to you, measurable. You have to state it as if, it has to be achievable, has to be relevant and realistic, and then it has to be timeable. So you have to have like a time limit on it. So if this is probably what we're going to do actually next week, is I'm actually going to go over all of those in depth, or sorry, not next week, but like in 2 weeks, We're going to go over all those in depth and create like a really, really specific and simple goal for your unconscious mind. And then using the power of the unconscious mind, we're actually going to place that in the future. So that's something to look forward to if you guys want to come in 2 weeks. But setting positive goals. So when you are wanting to create change, you have to know what sort of change you're actually going to create. How much money am I wanting to make? What kind of partner is it that I want to have? What sort of purpose am I wanting to live? What sort of value am I wanting to bring to others? What sort of business am I wanting to create? What's that business going to do for me? What's that business going to do for others? How is that going to affect my family? You want these things to affect, you want all your goals to be ecological, meaning good for yourself, good for the planet, good for others, and you also want them to be congruent with all the rest of the goals of the other areas of your life. So when you're setting a goal in your career, that also can't, I don't want to say it can't take away from your relationship, but it also has to be able to mesh with the goals of your relationship as well. Same thing with your family, same thing with your spirituality, your spiritual practice, and just your personal growth and development. Make sense? Yeah. So when you're wanting to create change, you have to have a goal set. So like I am going to leave this building, I'm going to go out the door. So going out the door is my goal. And we're going to talk about like the obstacles around that a little bit later. But you have to, if you're wanting to create some sort of change, you have to know where it is you're heading. So real quick, I want to take like 6 minutes and get in groups of 2 and just, we'll do like 3 minutes each and then talk about like specifically for us, what sort of goals that we're like, you guys all came here for a reason, right? You have like a thing that you're wanting to do or to be or to have or to achieve. And so I want to give everybody a chance to like talk about that and put words to it with someone else, and then discuss like maybe 1 or 2 things of like the baggage that you have that that you're gonna need to let go, or that that you're gonna need to overcome in order to reach that goal. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of us exactly. So just want to get together with someone. We'll start that right now, and then we'll go for 3 minutes. How was that for you guys? Does like get some clarity around that?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? All right.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
This is a men's group, right?
Use your voice. Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear like what sort of like baggage or goals that you might have uncovered about yourself just in chatting about it a little bit. Like, what sort of baggage is it that came up that's preventing a goal?
Alan and I were talking about kind of like a limiting belief, kind of, and then a values alignment hybrid of lack, basically.
Okay.
Or like an aversion to, even for me, like on a more extreme sense, an aversion to like abundance, maybe. It sounds weird, but like it's like a
It's not weird at all. You're bro, you're not alone.
And Alan was talking about some positive reframing of this is seeing your value to other people and being confident in what you can offer and what you can bring to other people within a business setting. Yeah, absolutely. Just confidence in general. And then also, like, not necessarily like the focus being on money, but the focus being on people and seeing like that money and people are very, not like the same, but like very interconnected, you know? So that you're like, and it's true where I'm not trying to make like want a shitload of money for myself. Like, I'm trying to gather people. I want to connect with people, and I want to help people as a whole, as a collective, individually, and I want to build relationships with people. And Alan made a very wise point of saying when people come, they have money in their pockets. They will come with money. So it's kind of like a byproduct.
So I actually I'll share, but to piggyback, I feel like I've copped out or tried to bypass just claiming I am fucking abundant and worthy of all of the fucking things by saying, because I'm doing this and I know why I'm really doing this, and if anything, I'm like, because breathe, it's free. And I'm like, you gotta run a business, keep the lights on, and like, don't you want to live? But then I'm like, okay, so I'm like, when I talk to people about marketing or shifting and like doing more, I'm like, all right, yeah, bigger. It's like I can't just say, yeah, I want fucking more money. Like I'm like, yeah, we'll make a bigger impact, and therefore, and it's like, no, yeah, both, fucking all of it, claim it all, abundance and impact, abundance and wealth and prosperity and all that stuff. So I'm just saying, I don't know if that's exactly, but when I've heard myself and do still talk like that, and I feel like it's like I just can't break through and be like, I'm fucking want it all.
Yeah.
And not like in a cocky, selfish way, but just like, I don't know. Is that
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I still try and find workarounds.
like, because it's like stigmatized, like almost in a sense.
It's like
I
dirty
can't
or something,
feel like I
you
just
know?
want to say there's something wrong.
You know.
Saying like, I just want money. God, I want money.
Yeah.
And
So
you get what I mean. I'm not saying that like I want money.
And if
Yeah, you're s-
and if we say I want abundance, then we're basically calling I am in lack. You know what I mean? So it's tricky.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're basically affirming separation. Like when you say that you want something, because wanting is not having.
Yeah, you don't
It is-
want something that you already have.
Right. Yeah. So you're not like, oh fuck, how do I say this? Like, yeah, if you're wanting, you're not having. And so like, if you're saying I want money or I want abundance, you're not being abundant. And you're not
It's tricky.
being, yeah.
It's like if you don't have a car and you want to manifest a car and you walk 10 miles all day and it's 8 o'clock and you just got home, you're sweating, your legs are dead, you're going to like sit down and be like, I'm so grateful for the car I have. It's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because you basically just affirmed all day about like all the emotions
Or just
around like not having a car.
Shifting to your system to fully believe that you are worthy and in gratitude for all of the things when you know your legs are telling you like, fuck no, you don't have a car.
Right.
I don't know.
That's a really key point, I think, and just like, I don't like to use the word like manifesting or whatever, but like creating something that you want in your life. If all of the evidence in your physical world tells you you don't have this, still having the belief system firm that you do have it until it actually is there is very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I have something to say to Chris.
Sure.
You created this. It's fantastic.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. And you're the man responsible. That's fantastic, man.
Thanks.
So that this exists in this world. Your vision brought this to material form. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
That's true.
Yeah. Beautiful. So, can you see that like we're probably missing a few more things when it comes to like creating change, like getting some of that money? Sorry, real quick. Did anybody, who else wants to share about what baggage they need to release or want to release on their way to their goal?
No, I was sharing that I grew up with the belief that my father had taken one look in the crib and said, that's not my son, because I was born crippled. I mean, my legs were twisted. I was in braces till I was 7.
Wow.
So I didn't grow up going, I'm a cripple. I grew up going, nobody wants me.
Mm-hmm.
That was the belief that was instilled in a child. Because one drug addicted asshole decided that I wasn't worth anything.
Yeah.
So, I repeated that story my whole life. And then my mom had a heart attack, and I'm in the hospital with her, and I'm talking to this black dude about this book called Homecoming, where I'm learning to love the inner child. And I repeated that story, and she said, "What are you talking about? I kicked him out because he was using drugs." And because I've done a lot of this work, I started laughing so fucking hard I fell over. It's like, I've been doing this to myself
Yeah.
for 45 years.
Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
It's like, what the flying fuck, man?
Yeah. So I think it's Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about like your memories, and some of these memories are, they're unconscious, and they could have happened before you even would actually be able to consciously remember them. So like before you're 7, before you're 5, there's things that happen. When we do release work with like mental and emotional release, I would ask like, what's the root cause of your anger? Was that before, during, or after your birth? Because the unconscious mind, it carries all of it. And so was it before your birth? Is it like past life, genealogical? Whether or not that's like a real thing, it's a matter of what your unconscious mind is, where it's storing the root cause of a negative emotion or the root cause of a limiting belief. And so sometimes these things are from the past. And did the thing that's triggering the belief, did the limiting decision, or is the root cause of the negative emotion, is that something that is even real? People always want to question if it's actually real. Well, Joe Dispenza says that like 50% of our memories didn't even happen, or they didn't happen in a way that we like remember them happening. So we're sitting here as adult grown men reliving past experiences, making ourselves miserable from a past that didn't even fucking happen. Like, how crazy is that?
Or it happened 45 years ago, right?
Yeah. But as far as your unconscious mind is concerned, it might as well have just happened. It might as well be happening right now.
Sure, yeah.
Right now.
Because you're replaying those memories in your mind, you're thinking about it, and it's causing those emotions and physiological reactions in your body to occur again.
Yeah,
Right.
because my belief was that everybody leaves me, so then I perpetuated that by pushing people away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you have a relationship that way? How do you maintain a business that way? It's like, oh man, everyone's going to leave me. Give me money, please. You're like, what the fuck? So this is why like releasing baggage is like so important, because it's the stepping stone for creating something. Because with we just named like a ton of things that could be making us miserable, and it's like the chain that's holding everything together. And so when we have baggage, when we're holding on to like resentment towards our fathers, like my father died when I was 16 months old. And so like I was carrying unconscious negative beliefs around that. Probably not even true. I don't know. But it was affecting my behaviors, and my behaviors were affecting my actions, or my actions were affecting my results. So that sucks. 37 years,
Just an aside, but we are men, i.e. potential fathers.
Yep.
And many people had awful relationships with their fathers. But the point is this, raising consciousness, we have to, in this room, it goes out vibrationally. Fathers need to be positive, need to be encouraging their children, because otherwise they get screwed up.
Yeah.
And it's so important there's so many children out there. We are males, and we may not be biological fathers, but that's what really needs to be raised.
Yeah.
Is the consciousness of men and fathers, i.e. fathers, because kids are they pick up on everything, they are affected by everything, and that's just an aside.
Well, to add on to that, like my goal is kind of like continue this journey of identifying the thoughts, like the separation between my mind and my soul. Like the mind says, oh Sean, you're in lack. If Bitcoin goes to 0, you're fucked. And it's like this looping fear thought. And it's like, that's not true. That's just my lack, my thoughts from the past, trying to come into the present. So I love you, mind. I'm meeting you with unconditional love. I'm not resisting this thought, but it's not that I'm just creating a new thought of just the true, like, divine essence, the abundance that I have. So just, I guess my goal in this coming year is just continue that, doing more reps, more reps, more reps. Like, just like you do at the gym to get your muscles stronger, it's like, oh, here comes a thought. Boom. Okay. That's one of those past lack thoughts. Or it's one of those, hey, you're dumb, old thoughts. You're dumb. It's like, okay, I get what you're doing. That's from the past. I'm good. And like, just doing more and more reps of just coming back to the present moments, to the, I'm an extension of God. I'm not dumb. I'm not in lack. It's just, so just, my goal is to just keep on doing those reps and then raise consciousness, like he's saying, in the process of doing that, you know?
Yeah, I like that, Sean. Those thoughts continuously coming back up and having to do so much work around trying to not have them is also like, that's not an actual like release of the baggage. That's acknowledging the baggage and then trying to work your way around it rather than actually letting it go. So when you release the limiting decision around that from the root cause, like fully, completely, properly, thoroughly, then that thought doesn't even come back. It would just naturally not be there. And you don't have to dance around it, because that's an energy leakage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So something to explore there.
How did you say
Onward?
that happens? How do you do that again?
We're gonna go into that in a little bit, okay? We're gonna do an exercise at the end, and we're gonna do some like baggage releasing today. How's that sound? Cool. All right. So number 3, everybody say take action.
Take action. Take action.
Who's surprised about this one? Anybody surprised about taking action? No. This is like where the spiritual community would probably get it wrong, is because like they would set positive goals or just focus on like releasing baggage and trying to like, actually they probably focus most on number 4, but we'll get into that. I'm gonna manifest like this money, I'm gonna manifest my partner, I'm gonna manifest the business. And you know, I believe in the law of attraction for sure, but a really large part of the word attraction is action. So you do actually like have to do something. You do actually have to take an action towards your goal. And you can't take the action towards your goal unless you know what the goal is. And this is not enough, because this is like, there's a lot of contradictory advice out there. Like when you like find gurus on YouTube, everyone has their own kind of flavor of what it is they like to do or talk about. You know, I think a lot of those guys are really, really cool. But the hustle and grind type gurus is like, you got to grind, you got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, you sleep when you die. And so it's like, you just got to hustle and hustle, you know, fuck your family, fuck having any enjoyment. You just like get up and grind. Just take action. Like that's not enough, because the actions that you're going to be taking, those are your behaviors, and your behaviors are a derivative of the negative emotions that you have stored in your body, having resentment towards other people, not forgiving them, not forgiving yourself, having disempowering beliefs. So the actions that you're taking, and your values, like I said, your values, deepest level programming, if those are not in alignment with what it is you're trying to do or be or achieve, then all the actions that you're actually taking are leading you to what? The thing that you actually believe is going to happen.
Or the thing that you think that you want that you don't even really want.
Or that you think you don't deserve. So just taking action isn't enough. You do have to release baggage. You do have to know what action, like where you're actually going, and having the positive goal out there. But most people are not doing enough stuff. I know I'm probably not doing enough stuff. This is the thing where like I'm lacking. Like I do like have other things that I do, and where like my goal is like my vulnerability is that like, man, I'm leaking energy out like all day, and then by the time it comes time to like take action towards the thing that I really want to achieve, like the thing that I feel is like my real core purpose, it's like there's no room for it, you know? Like it's like when do you do this? And so this is like the part that I'm personally working on the most is like, okay, I actually just have to do more stuff. I do have to do more marketing. I do have to have more conversations with people. I do got to do Men's Awakening Project more often, you know. So that's my version of it, where I'm probably falling short as far as like the change that I'm wanting to create in the world. But taking action is absolutely key. How many requisites are there to create change, guys?
4.
Oh man, I can't write from up here. It's too low.
D.
I know, right?
Mindset.
Say maintain focus.
Maintain focus.
Maintain focus.
Focus.
God, get out of the left lane, you guys. Just kidding. So maintaining focus. If maintaining focus by itself were enough, then affirmations would have been the be-all, end-all of everything. You could have just been like, I'm worthy of money, and then it would work. But it's not enough. You have to do all the other things too. Maintaining focus also means that you have a very, very deep understanding that every obstacle that shows up in between you and your goal is an absolutely necessary part of the process. It's absolutely necessary and it's absolutely appropriate that that obstacle is there.
Right here.
So like when I set the goal to go out the door, okay, I'm gonna leave here, I'm gonna go out the door. Well, there's some guys there. I'm gonna set the goal to go out the door, and if I don't believe that I can make it out the door, am I gonna actually take action to go out the door? Probably not. So I gotta let go of that belief. And then once I let go of the belief, okay, cool. Now I have the goal to go out the door. That's a positive goal towards the future. Then I can actually start walking. I can start walking towards the door. But like there's these obstacles in the way. There's like this pad. Chris is in the way. I can kind of go around. I could probably jump over Chris. I could do something else. Like these obstacles are not, like I have to put my shoes on. Like that's work. I got to balance on one leg to put my shoe on. That's an obstacle. But that's an absolutely necessary and appropriate part of the process. So a lot of us have an obstacle and we actually just pick it up and we carry it around with us. And then we're like, oh man, it's all because of this. And you try to show it to other people. It's all because of this that I don't have my goal. If it wasn't just for this thing, if it wasn't for this baggage here, then I would have my goal. And it's a sad place to be. So, you guys ready to do some release work on letting go of some baggage?
If I could just comment on number 4 also, that idea of like every obstacle in my way, or even just every obstacle that I face in taking action to achieve a goal, being like crucial to the whole process. And even more so, there's this term called pronoia, where it's like everything, and it's a belief system also, I guess you could call it, but that like everything that is occurring is for my benefit.
Right.
Whereas like I'm like, this obstacle isn't like stopping me necessarily. It's an object for me to grow and figure out how to work with it. I guess I don't know where I'm getting at. But
Right, like the darkest, worst things in some of our lives were the best things in our lives to ever happen. But our
Sometimes,
perception
yeah.
of it happening at the, well, maybe,
Yeah.
no, but at the time, it's like, this
Yeah.
is the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And then not realizing that obstacle or block or thing was like for you.
Yeah.
It's what's shaping you. That's like
Yeah.
the version of being in the gym, you know?
Yeah.
So when you experience an obstacle, that's an integral part of the process of getting here. And so that's also evidence for your unconscious mind to actually see that you are making positive movement towards your goal. Because there's only one way that you're going to not have any obstacles, and that's to do nothing. So you want to just like do nothing, then you won't have any obstacles. Eventually you're going to run into an obstacle because you're going to have to pee, poop, or like get hungry or something. But
Interact with the world.
yeah, eventually you have to do something. There's going to be some sort of obstacle. But unless you're cool with just basically just dying where you're at, you're going to experience obstacles. So when they show up, that's evidence that you're actually moving forward towards your goal. So,
I like that framing.
yeah.
It's probably why everyone's just floating, so stagnant in the world right now, because everything's so comfortable. Everyone's so comfortable, like, oh, this is great, I'm numb, I have all the food and the stuff delivered to my door, it's all right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's total coping, you know? Because like you can just sit there in comfort forever, and because you basically have everything just delivered to you, right?
Sure.
So you're just like, "Oh, this is nice." Like, but that's how they kill your dreams. That's how they disconnect you from your purpose, is by just giving you constant pleasure and dopamine. And
Maintain focus to me reminds me of the cell phones, like how often we check the apps or social media or text or email when you could just focus on the thing that you're trying to do at that moment. Like, to get some good boundaries with the cell phones, that's a huge thing for me for maintaining focus.
yeah, eliminating distractions.
I think simplicity too, for me, sometimes I'm like, I just need to do this.
Yeah,
I just do this, and that's really all you can do. It's one thing at a time.
yeah,
Sometimes it's like, it's so simple sometimes, and then we just obviously complicate the shit out of it
yeah.
some other times.
Okay, so really quick, we already talked about some of the goals and some of the baggage that's going to be in the way. Some things that we got to release. Chris, what's an action that you're taking this week towards your goal?
Make a YouTube channel.
Make a YouTube channel?
Like I said.
All right.
Good one. I love that idea.
Sick.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
You know what you got to do. Just say it.
I'm gonna send off some product to potential like PR marketing firm, and we're in discussion to maybe work together.
It's a huge deal, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna get the product out, and I'm gonna send it to them, and yeah. That's
Okay.
my action.
What's an obstacle that would stop you from doing that?
Nothing in the world's gonna stop me from doing that.
Fuck yeah, that's what I like to hear. Alan, what about you? What's an action that you're taking this week?
Push-ups and lifting weights a bit, and that's, if I look like you, and and a video or more videos promoting what I'm doing.
Beautiful. Okay. Jeff?
I'm extending my COBRA insurance coverage, and I'm enrolling in a behavioral
Okay. I like it. Sean, what are you doing this week?
So, I don't know if this is a physical action, but like, just to be the silent watcher, and maintain focus on what I'm actually doing. Because I could be like working out, or I could be eating a meal, or I could be making some calls for business, right? But to just be present with each thing and be the silent watcher. If there's any like thoughts coming in, like identify, release, and just kind of like creating my own. I am the creator of my thoughts, and then slowly over time, these are just falling away. So it's like an action that in my general life, in general, that's like the action that's happening right now. I'm doing all
dig
the
it.
things like business, health, family, right? So there's,
Yeah.
you call all that action too, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's like I'm
Yeah.
such autopilot that I don't have to say, I'm gonna work out 4 days this week, because it's so like autopilot, it's programmed. I'm gonna be a good dad, be a good husband. I'm gonna talk to like about 100 people on the phone on various business stuff this week. Don't even have to like try, that just happens, right? So now I'm like honing in on the focus and the presence and the being the silent watcher,
I dig it. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like in the realm of the like your spiritual self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DR.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
DR, it's an unusual name. Well, I'm getting a bio together and get my picture taken, put it on. I'm working a teaching class at a yoga studio, so we're getting that together and on the website. So putting that together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Any obstacles that's gonna be in your way as you start to do those things?
Making time for it. I still have to do some more today, and but hopefully I'll get it done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully. I mean, yes, I will get it done.
I like it. Alex, what are you up to this week?
My biggest goal this week is to learn to use my voice and actually start talking to people about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a 60-plus page human design report that I'm putting out for $79 that tells you everything you need to know about where your purpose is in life, and I've just been sitting on it.
Yeah. That's like the exact.
Theme in this room.
Yeah, I know, right? That's like the exact like left lane metaphor that I like thought about. Was like, wow, you have like this really awesome thing, that so many people could benefit from, but it's called like a gas pedal. You got to like.
And yeah, just like with somebody that walked in the door and couldn't figure out what the hell we were doing breathing. People don't understand what human design is so often, is what
Yeah.
I'm telling myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like the thing where you got to like make it cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Astrology,
You know.
I Ching, and quantum science.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool. Like I know human design. I've looked at that before. It's super useful. Like I mean,
I'm a generator.
yeah, I'm a
Projector.
projector. I'm a projector also.
All right, guys. You guys want to do some baggage release and then we'll call it a day?
Sure.
Sure, sounds good.
All right. Everybody go ahead and sit up. Go ahead and close your eyes. And let's take 3 deep breaths in and breathe out like you're fogging a mirror. One more. Now go ahead and relax the muscles around your eyes so much that you don't think that you could relax them anymore. And hold on to that relaxation around your eyes. And let that spread throughout your face. And feel the top of your scalp start to relax as well. Go ahead and send that relaxation down to your shoulders, your neck. Let a wave of relaxation go down your chest, your lower back. Feel your hips and your thighs start to relax. Your knees, your shins. Feel your ankles start to relax. Your toes, the balls of your feet. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, I want you to double that relaxation throughout your entire body. Now imagine a stairwell. And with every step down the stairwell, you're going to relax 10% more. 10, 9, start walking down those stairs. 8, relaxing more and more. 7, 6, 5, relax more and more. 3, 2, 1. And at the bottom of this stairwell, there's a door. Go ahead and walk through that door. And on the other side of this door is a hallway that stretches out to the left and to the right. One direction represents your past, and another direction represents your future. Go ahead and walk towards your past now. And as you walk down the hallway towards your past, you uncover a door. Go ahead and walk through that door right now. And on the other side of this door, you see a younger version of yourself. This could have been you yesterday. This could have been you as a child, as a toddler. But the version of you that needs the most healing right now. And you see him there. I want you to go ahead and walk up to him and tell him what he needs to hear the most right now. Maybe he needs love. Maybe he needs forgiveness. Just go ahead and say to him whatever he needed to hear at that time. Take a moment to give him a really, really big hug. And as you do that, watch as his body turns back to energy and swirls around inside the room and comes into you now. Watch it swirl and come back into you. Go ahead and turn around back to that door, into the hallway. And walk to the other end of the hallway towards your future. When you get to that door that leads to your future, go ahead and open that now. And on the other side of this door in this room, you see your most ideal version of yourself, the most healthy version of yourself, the most physically capable version of yourself, the version of you who's achieved all of his dreams and goals and hopes, the version of you who's living his purpose, doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He loves deeply, others love him deeply. He has all the wealth and abundance he'd ever need. He means what he says what he means, does what he says he's going to do. And he's just such an incredible man. What would he have to say to you right now? Take a moment to hear his message to you. Let him say any final words. And watch him light up and turn to energy. And go ahead and breathe that energy into you now as you become this man. Feel that power become your own. Feel the energy, feel the electricity. Feel the new learnings come in. Feel the new perspectives come in. Feel the new intentions come in. Feel the new drive, the new tenacity, the new energy, the new discipline come in. Just notice how good that feels. Go ahead and turn around. Come back out the door, into the hallway, back to the stairwell. And as you make your way to the top of the stairwell, you're going to feel more energized, more determined to reach your goals than you ever have before. You're going to be more confident and the most capable that you've ever been before. Go ahead and take that first step and awaken 10% each step. 1, 2, 20% awake. 3, feeling more and more energized. 4, feel the energy flowing in now. 5, 6, 7, awaken more and more. 8, 9, 10. Eyes open. Thanks for being here, you guys.